Andrew and Tristan Tate had their emergency announcement on Rumble regarding the charges that have been brought up against them by the Romanian police, yada, yada, yada. The emergency announcement had over 400 at one time, had over 450,000 people watching it at one. That's not total views. 450,000 people at one time watching that. Now, for context, 450,000 people watching this show at one time would be the worst numbers we've ever done. So keep it up, Andrew. Maybe you'll get there someday. But the app held up. So good for Rumble. Good for Rumble. We tell people Rumble's the future. It held up. I don't know if YouTube could do that kind of or could do those kind of numbers without crashing. Rumble held up in all the big markets. So good on them. Good on them for not crashing. Now, the stream did crash though, but it wasn't Rumble's fault. The stream crashed when Romanian authorities showed up to their homes and cut the power. Again, we bitch about it. We don't on this show, but people in this country bitch about the police all the time. Imagine we are so privileged and so lucky in this country. Imagine if you got arrested, they set you free, and then while you were talking about the case, from your house on a podcast or a live stream or whatever, the cops showed up and yanked the power, forcing you to cut it short. We do. You can think what you want about Andrew Tate. He says a lot of good stuff. He says some crazy stuff. I get it. But at the end of the day, nobody deserves that. No one. You have the right to say what you want. You have the right to speak for yourself. It's a corrupt country over there in Romania. It's bad news. So here's what they're being accused of, because the media painted it and the Romanian police painted it that they were going to, or that they were charging them with a more severe crime. Well, in reality, they dropped 5 of the 6 charges. They're charging them with 1 count of sex trafficking, and Tristan Tate, Andrew's brother, said on the stream that the accusation against them is that they allegedly lured women to work for their webcam business, brought them into the country, had them live at their compound, house, mansion, whatever it was, and then stole money that they had generated through ad revenue on their TikTok accounts. This is the allegation being made. The big bad sex trafficking allegation being made against the Tates is that they stole money from TikTok accounts. Now, mind you, when this happened, these guys were already worth, or allegedly happened, I should say, these guys were already worth millions of dollars. I don't know for sure if the Tates are up to, are 100% on the up and up. There might be a little fishy business going on there. You don't move to Romania and own a bunch of casinos in Eastern Europe if you're doing things 100% ethically. That doesn't mean you're a human trafficker. That doesn't mean you're a rapist. That should go without saying. That's your big bad human trafficking scandal? Hey, come work for me. I'm going to steal money from your TikTok. If that's all they got, I don't know. Honestly, what I think they're going to do here is, I guess I don't know the laws in Romania entirely. I know you're like, what the hell, Caleb? You don't know the Romanian laws? What? Get off the...
I know all of them.
Do you?
Yes. So I don't know any of the laws here.
You don't know any of the laws here.
I know you can't kill people.
Mia is well versed in the Romanian sex trafficking laws because she does it all the time. That's why I don't
know about anything here.
She does it all the time. So she's very well versed in the sex trafficking laws in Romania. But no, so like, I don't know. So what I think is going to happen, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Hit the like button on Rumble, by the way, if you think the Tates are innocent of the sex trafficking allegations. Let me know in the comments on Rumble if I'm wrong. What I think is going to happen here with Andrew and Tristan Tate is the Romanian police, they've got them, they're out of jail. So it's not this big human rights thing where the U.S. government may have to get involved because you're keeping these guys in solitary confinement and beating the shit out of them every day. That's not the issue. They've let them go. They're just still, quote-unquote, investigating them. My guess is they're never actually going to charge them with anything. They're just not going to let them leave the country. So that way, they'll never have to actually prove the allegations they're making against them. But at the same time, they will always have alleged sex trafficker, hovering over their heads. So that immediately discredits you to about half the population as soon as they see that. Even if it's never been proven, sometimes even if it's been totally disproven, that'll still discredit you to certain people. That's what I think they're going to do. Because at the end of the day, you can say what you want about Andrew Tate, but when you have a guy that's telling young men in their late teens to mid-20s that, hey, go get in shape, go take care of yourself, strive to be more than just a 9-to-5 office drone worker bee, break free of the matrix, don't let women and the government and everyone else out there just trample all over you and your rights. When you've got a guy saying those things, that directly threatens the power that the regime has. Because those are the people that fight revolutions. Young military-age men, not non-binary green-haired girl bosses. Young military-age men that get into good shape and take control of their own lives are the ones who cause real change. That's just the reality. So I could see why the regime would want to discredit this guy so badly. And yes, nothing he's saying is really that new, right? There have always been people that have gone out and said, hey, work harder, become an entrepreneur, go get in shape, eat right, exercise a little self-control, don't be a doormat for everyone in your life. There's always been people like that. But Andrew Tate has just found a way to package all of those things into one little message and drive it home like no one else has ever done before. That's it. So that's why he is a threat to them. He is a threat to the regime's very existence and their very stranglehold on power. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.